Radio Brunel, please welcome your host for tonight, the gentleman.
Hello, you are listening to The Gentleman on Radio Brunel. We've got a treat for you today. We've got a guest coming on that is Brunel alumni, the first Brunel alumni that's appeared on The Gentleman. That's the Friends jingle to introduce the guest this week, and I always choose a track to introduce the guest, and the track this week is Kaiser Chiefs' "I Predict a Riot." I don't know, thought it was a bit appropriate. So, welcome, Indy, to The Gentleman and Friends.
Hi, John. Thanks for having me.
And how is it weird being back at Brunel?
Absolutely, yes. I mean, it's been somewhere between, it's been 4 years since I graduated, so very weird. In the sense that the first time I came back wasn't that weird. Now it's pretty weird, even though much stays the same, much stays different.
So, you were probably last here when there wasn't a Subway.
No, which is one of the perks, I guess, that you've got now. Yeah, absolutely. We had to go all the way to Uxbridge just to get a midnight snack Subway, which is open day hours, but yeah. I asked my guests this question when they come on. What are you expecting to gain from The Gentleman today, and what don't you want to happen on The Gentleman? There's not too many don'ts in my sort of life. I don't really have any expectations either. I sort of, like you said, go with the flow. But, let's see where it leads to. I'm happy to be as open or as timid as you want me to be.
Cool. Okay, so a first feature on the show is, if you're a fan of the show, I call my fans, I don't know if you know this, right? I call my fans genitalias.
I can see what the problem is there.
Yeah. One show, it just happened. It was almost a slip of the tongue, and since then, the fans are now called genitalias.
Their Facebook page with these genitalias?
I just imagine they're sort of like the One Direction fans.
The thing is, you could probably put something in with their surname in. I mean, you've got Cumber Bitches for Benedict Cumberbatch. Yeah. You could have the Johnny Nighters, I don't know, or
the Nighters.
The sounds alright. It's the 90s, yeah, 90s actually quite like.
Potentially. So we start the show off. The genitalias will know, or the 90s will know that we start the show with. Yes, this is Who Are You? And this week, so basically for this series, we've been celebrating the feature, which has been recurring for the past 3 series of The Gentleman. So we've been celebrating it, and so this is going to be done as a quick fire question round, essentially this week.
Is it like a this or that? So no real thinking, just answer.
Essentially, yeah. So I've got the 6 questions with me, and I'm going to ask you them and see. They're really random questions.
All right, that's fine. Let me just warm up.
Okay, so question number 1. What is your favourite chocolate bar and why?
Have to be a Galaxy bar, the big ones.
The big,
the ones with a square pattern and the slightly wavy texture, because it's smooth and it's deep and it lasts forever. And obviously, you can't just have one; you have to have about 6 before you feel really guilty.
True. Okay. Question number 2. What would you say your greatest asset is when it comes to your looks?
Right, I would probably stop you on that one because there's no. I don't know. I go with the eyes. That's a very common one, isn't it? Everyone always goes with their eyes when they can't feel confident about anything else. I asked
a couple this question recently, and their reaction was, "Oh no, I can't possibly say that. I'm going to ask you to say what you think is good about me." And so they basically said to each other what they thought their best assets were, which was just standard in like as a couple, but then it could have gone badly, but it was fine. They both said, "Not really. Oh, I like your lips." I don't know why, but
which context? Context is very much important.
Yeah, I don't know what context they were implying. I mean, probably the feeling of them. When kissing, Indy. When kissing, not the other thing. So, question number 3, Indy. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Go on, let's do it.
Okay. What is the best impression you can do?
I can do impressions of certain singers, but I'm not going to do that live on here because I don't know how my singing voice sounds. But I guess the best impression is probably somewhere between Bane from The Dark Knight and the Joker as well from The Dark Knight. Do you want me to do it?
Give it a go. Give it a go.
I'll do Joker if I can.
Okay.
It's all part of the plan.
That's a pretty good impression, that. That's
How
awesome.
many times I work with just that one line for about 6 times? Just get it right. No, you put me on the spot there.
That's pretty good. I think everyone's going to be intrigued. The genders haters are going to be intrigued about your singing impressions. I don't understand what they could be like.
Well, the thing is, I used to, when I was younger, my sister and my brother used to tease me a lot for being, I used to sing quite a lot anyway, but I used to sing in the style the way certain singers sing.
Yeah.
I can actually go quite high when I can and when very low when I want to. So I used to get the nickname Mimic. There has to be a particular type of singer, and it's mainly all women. Which, if you do Ellie Goulding, I can probably do her as well, but I'm not going to do it like that.
Cool.
Like breathy to high,
I've just realised that I'm not answering the questions, and I usually do. It's the quick fire aspect.
Yeah, sorry, I've forgotten about that. Come on.
It's blowing me off. So my favourite chocolate bar is it's got to be the Smarties bar. That's a hidden secret. They took it away for ages, and they just started bringing them back, kind of. And
I think you could find it around any corners with some guy selling it, but he probably sells something else with the Smarties bar.
So my greatest asset, I don't know, probably like hair and eyes again. Yeah.
No,
It's
you definitely got a better hair than I do. Yeah, and the eyes. Very, very gentle and easy on the eyes as well. If I'm looking at them,
yeah. And my best impression would be I tried a Christopher Walken this week.
Everyone tries Christopher Walken.
Now I'm putting myself on the spot because I can't actually remember what phrase
I can turn around.
what phrase I said that made it really. I was like, okay, it's going to be really bad. But I'm Christopher Walken. It's a bit like that, isn't it? But I did it really well this week, and I was like, oh my god, that's a really good impression. And I tried doing it again. It just comes out a little bit like Arnie. Get to the chopper.
I think you can probably say anything and just come off as Christopher Walken. Like, Mama, is that you? It's all in the pauses.
Yeah.
Really, and sort of.
Yeah. I can imagine it's quite hard to speak like Christopher Walken does.
Oh, he's the only one for the job.
He's the only one that can pull it off. Yeah. But yeah, no, I could do. Don't know what else I can do. Probably attempt Peter Griffin. Everyone says I sort of look like Peter Griffin. I'm a green pair of jeans away from looking like Peter Griffin, I think. I could probably do it.
Shirt, but no, I can't see you in a white shirt, to be honest.
No, I could probably do like his laugh. It's like, it's a bit like that. That's as far as that impression will go. Yeah. Okay. So question number 4. What are you reading at the moment? And if not, is there a TV series you are into?
Oh well, a book at the moment is reading J.K. Rowling's. That's how you pronounce it, Rowling, not Rowling. She's written under a pseudonym of Robert Galbraith, and she's got a series of novels called The Cuckoo's Calling, The Silkworm.
Oh, yeah.
Essentially crime, murder novels. I'm reading those at the moment, which is actually quite good because style of writing and the format is quite similar to Harry Potter, so it's quite easy going. Yeah, so I'm enjoying that. I'm on the second book at the moment.
Sounds
so
good.
Silkworm, yeah.
Did you read all the Harry Potters?
I did, yes.
And did you read The Casual Vacancy as well?
I did read that one. I didn't. I haven't watched the TV series.
TV series is less gory.
Yeah, I think imagine for especially the time that it's on the BBC, you expect something that bit more brutal to be on like Channel 4 or something.
Yeah, but it's made by like they're called HBO. Yeah, HBO.
Home Broadcasting.
Yeah, who do the
Home Box Office? Sorry, the American company.
Who do like Game of Thrones and stuff. So it's got that. Like,
well, I think that's the thing. We can't do shows in this country unless we have a massive amount of funding.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah,
if
but it's
American
only
funding.
It's only not a free. I just don't know how long it is. I think it's going to be only like a free parter.
Yeah, £10 million for 3 of them.
Yeah, true. Yeah. TV series I'm into. I'm actually into The Casual Vacancy at the moment. I just finished Cucumber. Channel 4's.
Yeah, I've
Well,
been meaning to watch those as well. I think it's like banana, cucumber, and something else.
Yeah,
isn't it?
banana cucumber. Tofu's about personal experiences, so I didn't really watch that. It was only like 10 minutes long an episode, and I wasn't really that fussed about people talking about like sex and stuff. I was like, not that bothered.
I come from an Asian family. We're already awkward talking about sex. Every time there's reference to it, it's like, oh, look at that. But this dal looks really nice. What did you make today? Oh, it's just any excuse to deter the situation from actually talking about sex.
Yeah. It's different in my family because I come from a half Iranian family, and as soon as sex comes up, I get right involved. They're like, oh yeah, how was it? Like, no.
The only person who's that encouraging about sort of my relationships is my mum. And I used to tell her things as well. She's like, at least you're honest with me about what you're doing, so that's fine. As long as you...
See,
to talk to my dad, though, it's more...
See, my mum's a little bit old-fashioned, and she didn't really... So when I was going out with my first girlfriend, she was like to me, John, have you had sex with this girl? And I was like, in your mind, you're like, should I, BS this bit, or shall I be honest? Be honest with my mum. I was like, I'll take the honest tactic. And I was like...
Can I phone a friend?
I was like, yes, mum, I have slept with this girl, yes. And she goes, oh. And then it only took a minute. And this is if you're Iranian and you're listening to the show, you'll understand this. It only takes not even a minute before an Iranian person's mood changes, basically. And it was that moment she just sort of flipped and went, how could you do that? Why isn't what happened to loving the person you have sex with? and it flipped into this whole sort of old-fashioned philosophy that only Iranians have held on to. They're very, proud of the way they don't get anything wrong. Right, a proof that Iranians don't get anything wrong is something called tadig. I don't know if you've heard of this, but this is if you go to an Iranian restaurant, you won't get this because it's considered waste in restaurants. And also I don't think it will come to food standard specs. But they burn tadig deliberately around the outside so that you can flip it over onto like a tray, and you can cut it essentially like a cake.
All right.
And the tadig's basically just crispy rice. It's not burnt.
Yeah.
But that's how it's essentially done. And then you've got the rice in the middle. Cooked properly, and then you have the tadig, and it's good. It's crispy tadig because what we cook our rice in like animal fat basically and stuff, like or butter.
I think I know what you mean. Yeah, it helps it give it a form or a shape if they want it.
Yeah.
But
that is proof that Iranians don't get everything wrong, because some guy a long time ago or lady burnt rice, and they justified it by going, no, it's how it's supposed to be. Yeah, we'll just flip it. And we'll serve it like a cake, and that's how tadig was formed. Iranians not wanting to be wrong, essentially. But yeah, that's the TV series I'm into at the moment, the Casual Vacancy, and Cucumber I would watch. It's better than Banana, but they both work together. And all I'm going to say is, Cucumber is so real. Like it's about homosexuals as a show, but like
definitely up my street then.
But it's so dramatic, and it's just really well done. I really enjoyed it. I watched the series end yesterday, and I was just devastated. I was just like, and that's all I'm going to say, because it's just you just don't know how it's going to end. Yeah. Okay. So question number 5 of Who Are You? What object or thing would you love to own for the rest of your life?
So it'd have to be something ancient. I know it have to be something ancient, or something like a painting, or I'd say something like the statue of David, or a Fabergé egg. Something like that, which I could own forever, because I know it's funny because things like this accumulate in wealth like every second. You know, you do those sort of comparison charts where you compare your salary to footballers. Yeah. And the second you've been filling out the form, he's earned more money than you've earned in an entire year. Yeah. So it'd have to be something that continuously... Yeah, that's a good point. But then... So you can't really own that. It belongs... Yeah. Well, you can, but if you've got the funds. I mean, I remember hearing about someone who owned a money painting and he got punched in the... someone didn't have any protection, it just got punched in it, and that person was really pissed off. So it'd have to be something archaeological or something historical. So what would you ever... Okay, so if you had the amount of money that let me just think about... Yeah, go on. No. So if you had that money and you purchased the item you want,
would you? I mean, that's all the money you have.
Yeah.
So you buy that item. Would you buy that item to have the accumulating funds essentially? So would you buy it, or I suppose it's like an asset, isn't it? So
I guess
essentially,
anything, but that's the thing about what you want, isn't it? Once you've got what you want, do you really want it anymore? So once I've got the statue of David in my living room, what I'm like,
that's
icebreaker conversation things, yeah. And the chance of theft, I don't know, but I guess it would have to be ultimately. I mean, those things are quite special and rare. It would have to be something equally, probably more precious, and rare. I don't know. It's a very difficult thing because there are so many things to choose from. Can I own a planet?
You could own a planet.
Well, then I'll choose Jupiter. I'll buy that, please.
Just
stock,
Jupiter.
bonds.
Yeah, because can you imagine if they started selling planets? That would be.
There was that woman in Spain who thought the sun was hers because she took out. One of these really ludicrous articles. She said that she had bought the sun legally, as in bright and shining star in the middle of our solar system.
Yeah.
And that she wanted to charge everyone on Earth for using it. So obviously she was going to make a loss during the night, and then she wanted to claim daylight reflection off the moon. But yeah, it's one of these weird things. I mean, you could own an asteroid, or you can actually name a star.
Yeah, you can own.
It's still got the same sort of scientific title, but it essentially, I mean, I bought my parents a star for their anniversary with their names on it.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know if that star's got inhabitants around it going, what the hell are you?
I don't know. Aren't stars ghosts? Like, isn't so that star doesn't exist anymore? So essentially, so when you bought that star, it already died.
Depends on how far away it is. Yeah.
Yeah. But
I own those. Yeah, but those. Yeah. For that time being, it's a very blimp of an existence.
Yeah, there's I think my sister owns a bit of dust on the moon.
You can buy parts in the moon, yeah.
So if they,
it's not like Farmville. You can't exactly use it afterwards.
Yeah, if they lose, if they ever want to sell the moon, they'd have to consult her on whether they can use her bit of dust.
It's mad the things people go to for ownership, though. It does get a bit excessive, I think. But one solitary particular object, I don't know. I don't tend to be. There's things I like to see and touch and say, "Oh wow, that's amazing," and I've done that. Like you go to the pyramids or stand next to the Sphinx. That's fine. I wouldn't want to. But once I've done that, the effect is. It's difficult. I know what you mean, though.
So speaking about the sun, did you know we're going to have an eclipse in March? On the 20th of March in the morning, there'll be an eclipse, and it will reflect
or eclipse
the same eclipse that happened in 1999.
Oh, the one in August. I remember that one.
I remember that one as well. It was mental. All the magazines released the glasses so you could see the sun and stuff.
No, I live near quite a lot of not gated communities, very open communities, and lots of pubs. And there's a lot of hustle and bustle and noise and birds and people. And for those brief seconds, it just went pitch black as well as quiet as well. It was like,
it was an amazing experience to see them cover up each other though, and literally everyone's like waiting and edges, and then you see
it is nice to see because it just takes people away from. I mean, back then no one was on their phones all the time or so heavily involved in that. But you just need
everyone's going to take it. So
everyone's going to be taking selfies with the
first time
getting blind
in the history of an eclipse. It would be covered by social media because back then it would have probably just been MySpace. It was
BBC footage. I remember that they had the cameraman was shaking off his ears to hold the focus.
Yeah,
but there you go. Yeah,
but we should. So I think I remember going outside to see it. I think it was outside. You could?
Did you have those special glasses that you had to?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? I've still got those at home. My dad's a physicist, so he keeps them.
I remember the IMAX handed out some as well.
Yeah,
and I'm looking forward to that. Definitely gonna get an eclipse selfie. That's
it's a proper solar eclipse, not a lunar eclipse.
It's a proper solar eclipse. Yeah. So so we'll have pitch black
for about 5 to 10 minutes.
For about But I don't know what time of day it's going to happen. It might happen at night, like on the not night, but the dawn essentially. So you'll have it pretty much dark anyway. So I don't think there'll be a light change, but you'll have the glow of the sun. It'll be a cloudy day. We were getting hoped up for. It's just going to be a cloudy. That was because the benefit of it being in August. It was.
If you find someone ends up looking up anyway when it's overcast. Right? I can't see it.
Yeah, we'll all watch it on BBC footage from a telescope or something.
Or you get the really thick person. I'm sorry to assume anyone's intelligence there, but who watches it on the TV with the glasses on.
Yeah. Why isn't this in 3D?
Oh, wouldn't you imagine that? That'd be great, wouldn't it?
That would be quality.
That'd be great on
they
BBC
just
Three.
send cameras
Just
around the sun.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
Oh wow, that'd be good.
Yeah.
It's burning my eyes.
We've tried getting up close to the sun to film it, but we've lost 500 men. So we're about to do the final question of who are you? And the question is, if you could be a mythical creature, what would you be and why?
Ooh, mythical creature, right. So this can range from anything from big to small.
Yeah, anything you like.
I'd probably have to go with the more obvious, very dull choice, probably a dragon.
A dragon? Why?
A talking one, because if you've learned anything from Smaug, from The Hobbit, is that you can be very suave and look incredibly intimidating at the same time. I don't know, they've got to come from somewhere, haven't they, in terms of folklore? So, but yeah, I think either that or some sort of flying creature like a griffin or something. I don't know, maybe something that's quite majestic, something that you look at every now and then, but you'd run like hell from if you saw it.
Yeah, I don't know what I'd be.
Grabbing at Greek mythology, I'm just searching through my head which ones. So you've got Medusa, you've got the Minotaur, you've got. They actually live on land.
Sounds quite fun, doesn't it? Like, just, I can imagine that's quite like the most attractive of mythical creatures, and it sort of reminds me of that Tom Hanks film a little bit as well.
Splash.
It's called Splash.
Yeah.
That's good film there. But
only for the bathtub scene. Everyone knows exactly what I'm talking about now. Daryl Hannah in the bathtub.
Yep, pretty much. Yeah, so that's the end of Who Are You? The end jingle. So this is the part of the show we do a feature.
Mm-hmm.
And something that so usually with the Who Are Yous, I do the there's a forfeit associated with it. But the forfeits were getting a bit too mental, to be honest, because I call it the Snapchat forfeit.
Oh.
Right, they were getting a bit too mental because I kept losing. So I decided this week to do a good Snapchat. So a forfeit that would be, so the forfeit is not a forfeit, it's an enjoyable one, but we're still going to still be associated with Snapchat, but it's going to be a bit more like call and delete. Did you ever watch the Michael McIntyre chat show?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
So it's going to be a bit more like that, but on Snapchat. And essentially, are you on Snapchat?
I am, but I don't use it too much. Specifically for the reason it's very hard to find. I don't really find too many things in my life to snap about. If it's not me in it, then I don't really.
Yeah.
That's why I choose Instagram. Everything's a bit more permanent, whereas Snapchat's okay.
Yeah. So this is going to be. I've done this before on air, but it's going to be a call or delete for not call or delete. Sorry. Did I call it call and delete with the Michael? I mean, send to all.
Snapchat and delete. Well,
that's it. Send to all, but on Snapchat. So all your contacts will receive this image, but I don't think it should be anything too like. I did one the other week, and I had to be in my boxers. That was the forfeit, and that wasn't ideal. So before on the show, I took a photo on a computer screen of a bleeding hand, and it was like, I've cut my hand, and you'd be surprised how many people would genuinely believe to cut my hand.
Well, your camera must be really good. Would you write just caption? Ow, crap! I've just hurt my hand.
Essentially, yeah. So I was thinking of doing something like that again. We've got to come up with something collectively as to what to do to send to all.
So I'm guessing along the lines of moderately safe for work, or like, can it be open wounds? Or
it doesn't need to be wounds or anything. It could just be. It could be anything. Like just anything, a bit of a wind up for the Snapchat friends. Not
it's a good thing I don't have that many Snapchat friends, to be honest. Not a very large audience that you're hitting at, but I'd probably get a lot of feedback for it if there was. Let's say if certain screen captures some adult videos or film sites, and then someone edits out or they draw on something else in its place.
Okay.
So there's an obscene image which is then layered with an artistic expression of what it could be as a humorous setting. So if
That's good. That I like the. So
there is a website for it which my brother sent me, which I can forward you. You can have a look at it later. But otherwise, you'll get once you see it, you're like, oh, that's what it means. Okay. But I don't think we can do that.
I don't know. We could probably attempt to do something similar to that. Okay, so
That's a good one.
so we're just
Pretty
on this,
basic, but it
we're on
works.
this website called www.smoosh.com. That's SMOSH, and they've got a list of bits and bobs they've got on there. Some good Snapchats that people have saved. I like the idea of putting something in like a provocative picture's place.
The most provocative will be an adult picture.
Yeah, I got a good one. So I'm gonna. So this is how you really find out people are listening. So on terms of Snapchat photos, I'm gonna take a photo of a lady. I'm gonna find that photo on the computer. I'm gonna take a photo of the computer, and this is genuinely you're gonna see how this works. And it's gonna look like I've taken a photo of someone I'm with that's nude. So I've googled but bum in bedroom. And I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna take a photo of this of someone that looks roughly like they're so potentially I'd be with this person at the moment. That's what I'm. That's.
Can always try that one. That's always a good one.
I think I've.
I'm surprised it didn't come up with like hobos.
I'm
People's houses.
gonna go with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I'm gonna take a photo of this on Snapchat, just so listeners, if you're listening and you're on my Snapchat friends list, you're not gonna realise what this is gonna be. And I'm gonna take a photo of this and see what reaction I get throughout the show. So I'm gonna take a photo just now. So Indy will provide a musical interlude while I do this. It does sort of look like a screen, so we'll really see the reaction from this. See if people fall for it. So I'm gonna put the caption as
is the hard part now, isn't it?
I'm going to put cheeky pic, if you know what I mean.
Nice. Yeah, simple and effective. Yeah, I think it's just boisterous enough to get someone's attention on Snapchat, but not too
winky face.
Yeah.
Standard. So cheeky pic, if you I've changed it of. Let's make sure it's all.
Grammar's important.
Okay, if you know what I mean, and that is going to go to everyone on Snapchat, and we're going to see what the reaction is throughout the show. Snapchat doesn't have a send to all button. I don't even know how he does.
You do it on my story, and that sends it to everyone. It will go on your story, your feed, and people just every time they'll get a notification saying you've put something on Snapchat, and they'll look at it themselves. So that doesn't take long really, because I get really annoyed with my Snapchats. They always come at the most inconvenient time. Like, I don't want to see a picture of your feet at 10 o'clock in the morning watching EastEnders. I don't care.
And there we go. It's about to go to all. That's my send to all this week. We'll see what the reactions are throughout the show, as we have. So this is the part of the show where
I go momentarily deaf.
where I do a little 60-second tip. In Series 2 of The Gentleman, it was a Tinder tip.
Mm-hmm.
It's now become a fitness tip to drive the resolutions of the year, to make sure people are staying on track and keeping fit. And usually they're ludicrous and they don't make any sense. Mm-hmm. But I've decided that I'm going to do a relevant one this week to myself, because of the current challenge I've put myself, given myself to do. Sam Huckle is typing on Snapchat at the moment, and he's just sent me call Sam Huckle.
Yeah.
Call Sam Huckle.
I hope he's listening as well. That'd be good.
Sam Huckle has replied, "Who's that?" Haha. So he's genuinely believed that this image is a thing. So how do we play this?
She's your mum? No. That's usually no.
That would be the down the pub response. But should we mug him off?
If you want, yeah, go on then. No, I don't know. You could easily play it out for a bit and see how long until he believes it's actually someone you're with. See, the great thing about that picture, unless anyone has seen it, is actually it looks like a fairly couple's point-to-point picture, if you know what I mean. So
I'm going to reply.
The camera's really good. Thank you, Apple, for that.
Yeah. I'm going to reply, you know who she is.
Yeah, that's it. Just play it out.
Winky face. We'll see what happens. from that. A lot of people have opened the snaps and we'll see what some of them say throughout the show if they do want to apply. What I will do at the end of the show is I'll take a photo of the computer screen of this bum and I'll reveal all to make the people
tell you whose bum it is.
Generally feel. Well, so essentially, I'll tell you whose bum it is, and it's some randomers on the internet. I'm going to take it off the screen for now, though, just in case people do walk past. So, back to my 60 seconds doodah, my fitness tip. So this week's about a challenge I'm driving at the moment and just trying to get myself to do, and I'm... how many days am I in? I'm 10 days in to the challenge I'm on, and so 60 seconds, so I set myself up with a 60-second countdown, as you do, very dramatic. 3, 2, 0. Very dramatic, isn't it?
Yeah. I was expecting countdown, to be honest, but
I've got another. This isn't the jingle I usually use, but it's there anyways. So this week, I'm doing a no meat Lent. I'm not eating meat for Lent. And it's driving me insane. 10 days, bacon sandwiches have been craved. Yesterday, I'll tell you what's happened. They've said to me, the woman comes up to me, she goes, you know what, the hot dogs, we were at this comedy gig, the hot dogs will be cheaper than the sandwiches. I'm like, that's fine, but I can't eat meat.
Well, I think you have the sandwiches at Ploughman's.
They were like, really, they were expensive. Like it was a prawn mayo and it was like £3. I was like, are you trying to kid? So, my suggestion is, right, to really beat the meat, hashtag beat the meat, is...
People like that,
we're about to run out of time.
Dress, now we've got to beat the meat. People getting out with their Snapchats and...
Yeah, just beat the meat. So beat the meat by eating... I've run out of time, but I'm going to go for it anyway. Beat the meat, and basically, you can buy crisps and meat substitutes, and just eat that. That's my fitness tip. If you're gonna go meat free, eat meat indirectly.
So like roast beef, prawn cocktail.
Basically, all of those. Walker's actually does use beef stock, but Frazzles.
The animal is in fact horse. So.
Yeah, well. So I just eat all that rubbish because it's like
I don't know. I don't think it's so much a flavour thing. It's more of a texture thing as well. There's
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I bought bacon, so corn bacon, and it is god awful. It's like a
corn mince isn't that bad.
Corn mince is the best thing they make.
It feels lighter. It feels like someone's taking the grease out of all the meat, but it still has the consistency and taste of meat.
No, corn meat is good.
Corn bacon.
Corn bacon. It's like
Jesus Christ, sounds like cardboard already.
Corn bacon. It is. It wasn't. It's not even cardboard.
Mum,
although
why have we got corn bacon? Are we trash?
You know what it's like, actually? It's like, you know when you were kids and you sort of got like play food, like the toys?
Yep.
It's like bacon. No. That was probably just my mum trying to get us into cooking when we were young. We had one of those. I
was eating pretty much as I was a kid anyway, so I didn't have to play with food just to be eating it.
Yeah, true. We were given one of those. I suppose they don't really have them anymore. Like, I don't know if they're the kids' craze, but we had like a little cook station.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's like a plastic cook station, and you had like the oven. And one day me and my brother were messing around because we used to share a room, and we got one of like the sort of saucepans out of this thing. And we're like, oh, we're gonna really cook. We're gonna cook on a light. It's like cooking on this sort of desk lamp, and it genuinely melted a hole through this pot. And we're like, oh, okay.
So you had a lamp, and you put some sort of plastic cup or bowl in it, and
it just melted through, melted the whole through, and we're like, oh,
so
dear.
then you discovered you wanted to be a pyromaniac instead.
Yep, and now I am a civil engineer, so trust me. Bacon, corn bacon. Can you just imagine that? Like,
no, let's not. I think I'm gonna leave it to you, really. To be honest, I don't.
Can you imagine the advert for corn bacon?
Unless it's Mo Farah selling it, I'm not gonna be really.
Yeah, but he sells the they sell the mint. They sell because they sell corn as a sort of brand on that advert, but they focus on the mince really as the product. And the mince is quality, but everything else is just.
Do you think
trash.
they asked him about the bacon before they went to the mince, and they said no?
So
I'm on you with the beef. I'm not doing it with the bacon.
Just there with like a bacon butty going. You're not going to replace this, son. But yeah, is Mo Farah Muslim?
I think he's British Muslim. Yeah.
So he got to have a high protein but low. Makes sense really, but if he's eating bacon, if he's eating fake bacon, it's a little bit redundant, isn't
I
it?
have to ask him.
Okay.
It's one of those questions Jonathan Ross would ask really on ITV. Do
Yeah.
you like bacon? Do you like bacon?
Yeah.
Asking about the corn mince adverts first. How much money did you make?
Updates on the Snapchat. People have loved the bum this week. Assad Malouf has responded, and he says...
If he's got his own Snapchat, that'd be good.
He replied, "Who is the babe?" And he did mention 2 names.
I think you should tell the good people eventually at some point.
I will put in my story
Yep.
the picture of just the computer screen and the photo of this person. I might even just take the piss even more and have it in the Google, the Google window that sort of widens.
Yeah.
It's generally just going to
So
be
a series of Snapchats where people get continuously disappointed with what's happening as the reveal goes on. So what's he said?
So he's replied, "Who's the babe?" And he's mentioned 2 names of girls. So I don't know who to reply. I'm going to reply, neither. And with a winky face again. We did get a reply. I did get a reply from Sarah, who said hers is better. Francesca Stone replied with a shocked face, and that's all we've got so far. Have you heard of a app called Heads Up?
I think so. Yeah, I don't use it. I use if this is one of those Tinder/Grindr/Plenty of Fish /Happen/ everything else. That category is in that category.
It's not related to those, but on that point, what one of those is your favourite?
There's I do like Tinder. I've also got Plenty of Fish, which is nice because my parents are trying to encourage me to get married. So I can find someone who's equally ambitious, same caste, colour, creed. Yeah. For them it's during the crown. The refinement on the search is actually quite good. And then there's things like Happen, which is about people who are in proximity to you that you've passed, which is a bit stalkerish, but I don't use it. I've still got the app. I haven't deleted it.
I like the idea of it. I like the idea of Happen because I think it should progress to be social media. I really want to know what a woman, man, boy, girl are thinking 2 seats away from me on the train. Genuinely, wouldn't that be amazing social media? You could just in the proximity of your train carriage, you knew what everyone was thinking about or photographing.
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror. Wouldn't that be an amazing social media experience? And that would change. Let me tell you where you get your money from.
Have you seen the Twitter block on Black Mirror? They sort of disappear into a white sort of ghost silhouette.
Oh,
fuzz.
yeah.
For 9 months, you'll be because you go up to kids and ask, "What are you thinking? What are you thinking?" On the train.
That would be. Well, you obviously had age. I think that would be the issue. It would be a privacy issue. You'd have too many people in the area, but you could tailor it. And I say that because if you're an app developer, this is where you'll make your money. You tailor it because what you'd have is if you were hosting an event in an area, you could beam out through this app that Happen. Oh, I'm doing an event, and that proximity of people would be like, oh, there's a comedy night down at the
it's a good way to get the word out. Yeah.
It's a good like it would be a good idea on campus because it could be like dating, etc.
If you have house party statuses, that's going to be really. You either get the really good types who turn up, or it's going to be like Project X, where everyone.
You've got to think though. You've got to think that Facebook was created to encourage dating.
It was more or less encouraged to see who's doing who. Really.
Well, yeah. Okay, I was being polite about it.
Been on it, yeah.
But essentially, yeah. But ultimately, that's not really what it's used for anymore. It's used for RKO vines, and it's a platform to put other social media platforms on.
Yeah, it's become a hub for other ones. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, the one thing you hit on with the whole what was the app that you just mentioned?
Heads Up.
In the same way that you could, like, with Happen, probably a good idea is that if you were sitting next to someone who just posted a Facebook status, you'd get an update for that status only. Yeah. Whether it's about a particular event or what they're generally thinking, because people tend to write what they're thinking most of the time. I feel you've got to be very careful because of scrutiny. So unless, like, say, a girl 4 seats down from you says, "Oh, I'm thinking about going out tonight with the girls," or whatever. So you suddenly, and because you're in proximity, that suddenly shows up in your status, and then maybe you think, "Oh, well, maybe there's a way for me to introduce myself without looking like a creep."
Yeah.
But then she knows that you got to have the app in order for you to be doing this, so it sort of becomes a vicious circle of you're generally stalking me now. Leave me alone.
Yeah. I got a message from Sam Huckle. He went.
Come on.
Sugar honey iced tea.
Yep.
Is that
Blank.
blank? Yep. Damn, she keeps it tight.
Thank you, Sam.
Cheers, Sam, for really thinking that is a lady's. It's a real lady's arse, obviously, but it's not someone's drawn it. But it's thank you for thinking I'm next to that bum right now. But also, thank you all people who have responded that think I'm with the person now in the radio studio.
My voice sounds at the moment.
I don't know. I don't know why people are clearly not listening or know that I'm on the radio. Even though it's famous.
Mr. President.
We've just got another reply. So Assad is clocking on to the fact that it might be a picture of a picture. And he's gone, go beep yourself. It's probably some porn magazine.
Definitely not the latter.
So I'm going to apply with think what you like.
You could have said, I could, but she's asked me to bleep her first. I think that's pretty good.
That would have been a good response, actually. Anyway, he's replied again. He's gone, tell me. I'm gonna reply with what you said. So more people have seen it. More people have opened it. A lot of people potentially confused. I think a lot of people are a bit too. A lot of people don't really understand the joke, and they will be really like. I bet they're probably like a couple of people I have on Snapchat will probably be like, "Oh, I can't believe he's put a bum up on Snapchat. Oh my god! Oh, have you seen this? He's put a bum up on Snapchat. How derogatory towards women." And then I'll show them that if you Google bum on bed,
how more derogatory Google is compared to yourself. Yeah,
you can, yeah. I know. I'm glad we didn't put those other images
It's all over the internet. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Nude photos was what we put in initially, and
that's all you have to do. Exactly. Bum on bed was as basic as the keyword search, and look
and up. We were expecting just to have some sort of poor man on it, but yes, that's no replies yet, but I'll keep you updated. So I was talking about we're in the final 15 minutes, and this is where we get heads up involved. We were brought up about half an hour ago, but we'll play it now. So heads up is this app, and it's Ellen DeGeneres' app. Okay, so there's categories on this app, and it's essentially like that game where you stick the card to your head and it's got like the Pope on, and you have to tell,
within a certain
describe
number,
that it's the Pope's the person, and they have to say the guess. There's a couple of things here. So we've got just for kids, perfect pairs, famous families, hey Mr. DJ, accents and impressions, icons, legends of stars, blockbuster movies, animals gone wild, smoothie operator. Don't know what that.
I think I actually have heard of this app. I think we might have played it at New Year's with my cousins.
It's
I did a Christopher Walken impression and they thought it was pretty good. I think it's basically the one I did earlier, but
Act It Out and Superstars. So what category?
I think it's the one we tend to do the ones because my cousins, they were like, well, we don't want to do anything too trivial, like books, novels.
Yeah.
So we just did anything like movies, superstars, musicians, things like that.
Should we do accents and impressions? That's all the question earlier.
All right, go on then. Yep.
And it will be good on radio. So we'll both give it a go. There's no real competition to this one, but just be a bit of a laugh. So do you want to go first?
Okay.
Guessing. Okay. So yeah, but when you're ready. Okay. Skip. Swivel up.
It's up, isn't it? Yeah. Off to a good start. Come on.
You can. I think you can describe them as well, can't you? So it's a red Sesame Street.
Elmo.
Yeah.
Elmo. Okay.
Feisty one, you are.
Yoda.
Yep. Oh no, skip it. It's too specific. I put a curse on you. I'm gonna go for a Guinness, and then I'm gonna have a nice Irish coffee. Oh, I just said it. Forget
Father Ted?
No. Skip it. It was Irish. Bonjour, mademoiselle. Oui.
Gerard Depardieu.
No, it's more a country than
France. Okay, so.
You'll know this.
That helps.
I just can't. Doesn't give me enough time
He'll
to
know
get to
that. Here's no clues.
That was John Wayne. But I don't know how to do it. It's hard, that. It's hard.
This is general. I thought it was like things like accents or something.
Yeah, a lot of it's general, annoyingly. Shall I give it a go?
Yeah, go on then.
You'll probably be better at this. You people be better
On
at
that
this.
one time I did play it with my cousins on New Year's Eve, I particularly enjoyed it, yes, but I was drunk.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to have to... Let's reflect.
Yeah, no, I
There we
can't.
go.
Yep. Oh, look at me right now, Money Penny.
James Bond. Sean Connery.
Yes.
Um,
In Soviet Russia, God drive itself. I sort of gave that one away.
Russia?
Yeah. Smashes plates on the floor like kebab. Yeah, you go. Oh, you got the hot pee on the floor. Now I'm covered in dew. Rich. Owner of banks. Safety deposit boxes. Heidi Klum.
Oh, no idea.
Let's go to the beach, dude. Let's go with
Surfer Dude.
State-wise.
California.
Venice Beach, yes. Oi.
Italian?
Yeah.
Domio guy.
Language of the Jews.
Rabbi.
I thought that was really offensive. I can't do that. How are you supposed to do a Yiddish accent? Oi, I was just quote Fiddler on the Roof.
I'm Swedish. Of course it was. Yeah. Okay, so just an update on the send to all, the Snapchat send to all. Assad replied, "Lies. What does something have to say about this?" The something is the person. I'm going to now reveal, just in the last 5 minutes of the show, I'm going to reveal the photo. So I'm going to go back.
Keep that in your favourites.
To the Google page, and I'm going to reveal to everyone that it was, in fact, just a photo on a computer. And I'm going to just simply put trollololol. No, I trolled you all.
It'd be good if you got the actual theme to put in there.
Oh, it could be good as a video. Actually, that's a good shout. I'm just going to sing it. I'm just going to sing it. As I do that, it is unfortunately time to say goodbye. But yeah, thanks Indy for coming on.
No problem.
I hope you enjoyed yourself.
I did very much.
So it's goodbye from me, the gentleman, and goodbye from Indy.
Goodbye. Thank you.